What's going on YouTube? It's your girl Shelly here with another video, you guys. Thank you so much for all the love and support I've been getting on all of my videos. And on my YouTube channel, you guys, I will be discussing a lot of business topics, money management topics, and also giving you guys a first-hand look on what it actually takes to be a millionaire. Now, if you're interested in those topics, definitely make sure you subscribe to your girl's channel and also put on that post notification bell to be notified when I'm actually uploading all new content, you guys. Also, make sure you follow me on all of my social media platforms at ShellyVibers77. Let's go ahead and get into the video for today. Today, you guys, I will be discussing some questions that was asked in my DM for a part 2 for how to invest for beginners. Now, you guys, I will be discussing my investment journey and also how long I actually been investing. I'll also tell you guys a little bit more about compound interest and also giving you guys some more tips on how to invest for beginners as well. Now, I do want to put a disclosure out there, you guys. I am no expert at this at all, and I'm only giving you guys advice based on my personal experience. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first question is how long I actually been investing and how did I start? Now, I've been investing for about 4 years now, you guys, and it first started off with me investing in high interest savings accounts and CDs. Now, I don't know about you guys, but as soon as you walk into a bank, the first thing you see on your right hand side is this big old board, and it just has all these different interest rates for mortgages, car payments, CDs, and all these high interest savings accounts. So for me, I was a little confused because about 4 years ago, I was like, okay, what is all these interest rates and what does this, like, why is they advertising it for people that's coming in? I asked the teller, I was like, hey, you know, what is these accounts? And like, she was just telling me basically with a high interest savings account, I'm able to get money for saving and they'll be able to pay me out a dividend on a yearly basis. Now, she also said with having a high interest savings account, it's a little bit more liquid compared to a CD. Now, with the CDs, they did have a higher interest rate on them, but you will have to keep them into a certain account with that bank for either a term amount of time. So sometimes it's 1 year, sometimes it's 5-year terms as well. So I'm like, okay. So I actually end up getting started just to learn a little bit more about compound interest. And basically, compound interest is you allowing your money to make money for you. So it's compounding over time based on, you know, whatever interest rate you are getting from that investment. So the higher the interest rate, the higher the dividend that you will get, and the faster it'll be able to compound over a certain amount of time. Now, for me personally, you guys, I thought it was super best to be able to start off with those accounts first to be able to get the compounding down before I actually started to invest into bigger stocks. And the reason why is because I didn't want to, you know, jump into investing and not really truly know about compound interest and how that can affect my investment. So that's the reason why I started off low. And that's why I also give advice to like all of my friends and family members to start off that way so they can be able to be more successful with other investments. Now, after I got that concept down packed, that's when I started to go off and invest in stocks and bonds. And then that's when I also started to invest in life insurance policies, and now I'm also investing in real estate as well. Now, it took me a while to truly get the concept of compound interest down and how I can be able to utilize that to diversify my investment portfolio. So at first I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stick with one and I'm all set. But then I realized with a lot of millionaires, they don't just only have like one investment, they have multiple investments, and that's what I had to learn how to do over these past 4 years. Just diversify my money into different investments, and that allows for me to be able to make money from those investments. Now, one thing I did learn from my investment journey is that sometimes with lower risk comes with less money, and you know, higher risk comes with higher money, you know. So you definitely want to make sure that you want to know exactly your risk level before you go in, because you don't want to put yourself into a situation where you're like, you know what, nope, I want to go ahead and start playing with the big boys and start investing in these other high accounts, and then you end up losing your money. So that's why I think it's best for you to start off small with some high interest savings account and then work your way up to maybe a life insurance policy once you get a little bit more comfortable. Now we're gonna start talking about some other investment tips that I'm currently utilizing right now to help with, you know, diversifying my portfolio. So as I explained in my first video, which I'll be linking above here, make sure you guys go ahead and watch that, because I explained a few different high interest savings accounts that you definitely should start off with to get you started with the actual investment journey. Once you get that down packed, then that's when you want to start going into tip number 2, which will be stocks. And the reason why stocks are super important is because, you know, I feel like with stocks, it's a little bit different than high interest savings accounts. With this one, you have to actually put in a little bit more work, because you really need to learn about these companies before you invest in them. So the companies that I currently invest in right now will be Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Netflix, and Blink. And the reason why I invest in those companies is because I currently utilize most of those companies besides Blink. I'll also be linking those stocks down below in the description box so you can be able to find those on Robinhood. Now, a lot of people are probably going to ask, what application do you currently use to invest in these stocks? I use Robinhood personally. And the reason why is because when I was using Coinbase, because those are more for like crypto and stuff, I realized there were a lot of fees associated with it. So that's why I felt like going with Robinhood will also be my best option. Now, before I used to invest in stocks and bonds through my bank, but then I realized, you know, I was losing a lot of money. I ain't really like that so much. And for me to invest $200 and, you know, like every month, and I had gave the bank, I would definitely say about $3,000. When it was time to withdraw my money, you guys, I literally came home with like close to $500 when they were done with investing. And you guys, it was the worst experience ever. So for me, that's why I like to choose where I'm investing my money, because sometimes with the bank, they just put it in the best stocks and bonds they feel will do well over time. But for me, I wanted to at least see some type of growth within a year, and I didn't really see much growth. It was like kind of annoying to keep looking at it and then see your money basically going down the drain. Like, it was just terrible. So I felt like Robinhood was going to be a better option for myself, because I'm able to control what I'm investing in and then also keep track of those companies as well. Now, me personally, you guys, I want to invest in companies that are innovative. The reason why is because you don't want a company that's stagnant, that can't adapt to change, because then you won't get a really nice dividend over a course of period of time of investing with them. So it's best to always do companies that you can always keep up with. And like I said, those companies are always in our face every single day. So that's the reason why I like to invest in those type of companies. Now, you guys, with Blink, that is very new to me. And the reason why I decided to invest in Blink is because I realized that, you know, electric cars are becoming very popular, and pretty soon that's going to be our lives. And having Blink charging stations all over the world, I feel like it's going to be the next big thing. So that's the reason why I'm investing in them now, because like I said, we're going to be driving electric cars and we're going to need charging stations. So definitely Blink is going to be a really nice stock to have, especially with us investing into it now, because like I said, electric cars are on its way and we're all going to be pretty soon driving them. So I think that's a good option as well. Now, you guys, the third tip for investment when it comes to beginners is that you also want to look into life insurance policies. So I know you guys have been seeing like a lot of celebrities or millionaires and even billionaires putting their money into a term called whole life insurance. Now, you guys, there's two different forms of the life insurance. So currently right now, I utilize the term policy and the whole life insurance policy. Now, the difference between the term life insurance policy is that, you know, as you can see in the word term, it's for a certain amount of time. So the term is either 10 years, 20 years, or 30 years. The premium per month will be a lot lower than a whole life insurance. And then also this comes with the death benefit. Compared to a whole life insurance, it's for your whole life, but the premium is a lot more expensive than the term life insurance policy. And also it comes with a savings component. It's basically a savings account that has a really high interest rate, which is really nice. So the reason why I feel like a lot of people should definitely invest in a whole life insurance policy is because it allows you to be able to have that savings component. So a lot of companies now are, you know, advertising for that whole life insurance policy because of that savings component. For me personally, the reason why I decided to invest in something like that is because I wanted my family to be able to have not only that death benefit, but also that savings account that's associated with it. So anytime I put in money into my whole life insurance policy, it also accumulates with the interest rate that's on that account as well, which is really nice. But a lot of people are actually using whole life insurance policies as like a private bank. So a lot of them are putting a lot of money into these whole life insurance policies. They're building up their interest and then being able to take that out and use it towards investments such as like real estate properties and etc. So that's the reason why I definitely feel like you guys should learn a little bit more about whole life insurance policies so you can get that concept under your belt as well and be able to take that investment and be able to turn it into something a lot bigger than just the stocks and the high interest savings accounts. Now you guys, I hope that this video was super helpful to you guys to be able to understand a little bit more about how to invest and also my story. I hope that this video was enjoyable to you, and if you do have any questions, definitely make sure you link those down below. Like this video, follow me on all of my social media platforms, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. All right, thank you very much for watching. Bye.